out in the patrol car with us and film this? Boy, I don't know.
They want to film us?
Yeah?
I vote yes.
It'd be a documentary about work and the family. Boy, I don't know.
Well, I don't think that would be so terrible, would it? I mean, you know. I want to be anything but a cop.
I want to be a cop.
A hand model. I think it'd be a pretty cool job.
Billy?
They're making a show about me.
By day, she's a reporter for Forbes magazine. He works at the Rand Corporation. This guy's an architect. But 4 nights out of the year, they're all musicians in the Santa Monica Symphony.
Each performance has a weight and a meaning that is special to a non-professional orchestra. So they play with a tremendous amount of conviction.
It's with conviction that this group conquers the works of Mozart and Beethoven. A number of professionals and music students round out the 80-member orchestra.
It's just a pleasure to play for an audience that's lively and interested.
The majority of these musicians are not professionals, but don't come running with your cello just yet. You have to audition, and prior musical education or experience is a must. But they say all that effort is worth it. The Santa Monica Symphony has survived for 50 years on city and county funding, but mostly on community support. As long as Santa Monica continues to take pride in their home-based symphony, the music will play on. In Santa Monica, Jody Ross, UPN News 13.
From the second you walk up to it, you sense this car is different. Even standing still, Mitsubishi's SST concept cars designed to look like metal in motion.
And it also has kind of a almost like it's crouching. It almost looks like a panther that's ready to pounce onto something.
Mitsu's Orange County Design Center thought it up. Critics at this year's New York Car Show ate it up. Now look at the uncluttered inside. A PC-style mouse and monitor screen control everything.
So right now this is set up for an auto show.
So say I want to turn it down.
All you do is turn the mouse. Go ahead, just take it and rotate it.
Just by pushing, just by twisting control,
yeah,
I can adjust the volume.
Right.
Don't say, so what, my radio knob does that. Because click this same mouse again and you line up heat and air conditioning, satellite navigation, or a phone. Pick and click on the screen's phone highlight, you get email, web access, travel notes, and a PC link, all from one metal mouse.
Even just in a parking lot at only 3 or 4 miles an hour, this car is every boy racer's fantasy. Now, will you ever see this exact car on the road? No, probably not. But the technology, the design? Yeah, and in just a couple of years.
Mitsubishi's looking to replace a couple of its aging sports models. SST prices might be in the 20s. A big discount from this prototype that punches in at close to $500,000.
He is here to teach us about peace and understanding. He uses words, but some of his followers use art. It's called a mandala, or a sand painting, a Tibetan art form that's been around for 2,500 years. It encompasses the central belief of Buddhism.
This mandala is about building a place of Avalokiteshvara, the embodiment of compassion.
Millions of grains of sand are painstakingly laid into place for hours at a time. To watch the work is to see discipline and concentration of the highest order. The artwork is also here to remind us that the Tibetans have lived under Chinese communist rule since 1959.
I think that particularly like United States government and other developed countries can put certain pressures on Chinese government to improve the situation in Tibet.
In 8 days, this mandala will be complete, and then according to ritual, it will be destroyed.
Every particle of sand in this mandala will have the blessing.
And the sand will be deposited into a body of water. The water carries the healing blessing to the ocean, where it spreads throughout the world. And if you're lucky, the blessings might just float your way. In Pasadena at the Pacific Asia Museum, Jody Ross, UPN News 13.